And welcome back to the Cardinals franchise, where we are coming off a late game, I wouldn't really say comeback victory, but a victory that we won with I think around 10 seconds left in the game. We had the lead up until about a minute left in that game. Then the Giants took their first lead and we put together a really good offensive drive. Trey McBride had a great a great game last episode. That's probably a better way of saying it. But this team continues to not play consistent. That first half of last game, the team looked really good. They were up, I want to say 21-7 at halftime. So they scored 10 points in the second half and gave up 21. So the defense, the offense, they have to play consistent, have to play a full game, which honestly I don't feel like they've really done much this year. And in today's episode, even though they're 6-6, the Philadelphia Eagles have an 87 offense. And with how we've played against similarly rated offenses, I couldn't tell you how we're going to play today. Their defense is an 80, so that should be good for our offense. But can our defense step up today? We challenged Kyler Murray last episode, and he played a pretty good game. Only had, I think, one turnover. He did fumble, but we didn't lose it. So technically only one turnover, which is a really good improvement from the last few games. So hopefully we can challenge this defense and they'll come ready to play. So let's get this game kicked off as we will be receiving. We'll see how well the team in general will do. Collins will return this one. He's done really well so far this year, and he'll do okay on this one. We'll start at the 24. And we had talked about last episode, Kyler Murray struggling to stay, I don't want to say healthy is the right word, fit maybe. His stamina, he's not a very, what's the right kind of word here? He's not very durable, I think would be the great way of saying it. He's starting this game already with his stamina not very well topped off, and a great stop in the middle is Davis. The big man out of Georgia just ate that play up. Loss of 2 as we'll drop into shotgun here. We'll go with a pass. Instead, have an open Marquise Brown on the outside with the first down. No, marked shy. So on 3rd and inches, we'll bring out the heavy full house set here. Go a little bit of read option. We'll hand this one off to Null, and he'll get those inches and about maybe a yard and a half extra. But as we had seen last episode, in the first half, this offense really got going. They were able to put up some good points, and I was too busy looking at the screen. I told him to throw it, but he didn't throw it. Did he slip on that play? Either way, it's a loss of 5. We'll stay out empty set. Just go with a different look this time. Try to go with a couple underneath routes, but they cover those pretty well. And we'll throw it out late, avoid another sack. Not much there. But what is there is Kyler taking another hit. Really not doing great on stamina already, and we're just a little bit into this game. Pass underneath, and yeah, not the right kind of choice of pass there. You could throw it there, but you can't loft that one. Interception, and that ends the first drive. And now this series started prior to the regular season starting. So the Eagles team is not going to look exactly the same. And the main one being at quarterback is not Jalen Hurts. It's actually Baker Mayfield. Hurts didn't have the rise that he really had this year, so they ended up replacing him with Baker, who in real life would definitely be worse than Hurts, at least at this point. But Goddard with his second catch gets the first down for the Eagles as they move down to the 23. Come out with trips that left-hand side. Will be a pass here and a wide open running back, but Sanders only gets 3. On 2nd and 7 will be another pass. We had a decent pass rush. Oliver, once again, about a step behind. He had a hit-or-miss game last episode. We saw him make some really good plays at times, but then also gave up some plays that you really expect him to make. Blitz here. They go with a pass and a touchdown early in this game. Couldn't tell you who that is. Haven't seen the last name, but it doesn't matter. Eagles are up. And I believe it was Jarvis Landry who just helped the Eagles capitalize off the early turnover. And Davis, once again, just destroyed the offensive line. I think it's Pugh who he's lined up against. So I say right now it seems like the middle of this defense is not somewhere we're going to find much success. We're going to have to find ways to get to the outside. Trying to follow some blocks here. More will get something. End up bringing up a 3rd and 8, but they have Fletcher, Cox, and Davis in the middle. There's no running on that. So we're going to need to try to find ways to get to the outside. McBride all the way to the outside. Can't fully stay in bounds. Harris escorts him out of bounds at the 44. But with that fresh set of downs, a little bit of RPO here. We have a lead blocker out there. Trey McBride putting in work. Really laid out the defender, but unfortunately Marshall not able to get away entirely. End up being a gain of 4. And if we do run the ball, we're going to need to try to find ways to get to the outside quickly. As a pass rush coming in here will be a throw to the outside late. 2nd interception on consecutive drives. Kyler will get the stop, but once again this Eagles team starting in plus territory. Possibly, I don't even know. Last time was outside of the red zone. This time, though, they're starting inside the red zone. And that was Davis applying the pressure. Perhaps if Kyler throws that a little bit more flat, less downfield, it's not intercepted, maybe just knocked away, or maybe even caught. But either way, it's once again another mistake there from Kyler. And it has the potential to really put his team down bad early on. First quarter, under 50 seconds left. They go with a pass to the outside. Goddard with the catch. Quick tackle from Nick Hale, 3rd and 2. And this will probably end up being the last play of the first quarter, as they'll come out with a bunch to the left-hand side. And they'll keep most of the guys over there, but a receiver breaks open across the middle. 2nd touchdown of the day for Jarvis Landry. Well, Kyler, how do you respond? 2 early turnovers put your team down 14-0, which ended up not being the last play of the first quarter, as we will end up having the last play of the first quarter. He finds Rondale Moore headed down the sideline, gets by the defender, and that is how you answer back. A 1-play touchdown drive. Let the slants really develop all the way across field, and then Rondale Moore does the rest. And maybe 3rd time is the charm. This should be the last play of the first quarter. 2 touchdowns, under 10 seconds left, and that one's intercepted by Buda Baker. I almost said Bubba, and that's a completely different safety. But Buda Baker stretches out after Murphy seemingly pulled up a little shy. Ball just floated a little bit past Jarvis Landry. Or did Buda Baker just steal it out of his hands? It honestly looks like he might have just stolen that from him. But the defense trying to give Kyler a chance here to help retie this game up and just move past any of the poor play from that first quarter. The draw there for Kyler doesn't go anywhere. Another loss of 2. So if we're going to get anything going on the run game, it's going to have to be on the outside. Nothing is happening on the inside. To go with a quick toss to the outside. Good job from Marquise Brown. Not going to mess that one up this time. And on 3rd and 2. We'll go with kind of a run, but it's not technically a run because I'm pretty sure he tosses it out. But we'll go with the jet sweep. We have the rookie receiver out there who has a lead block, and Young doesn't land a single one of them. But either way, still a first down. And with that fresh set of downs, now in plus territory, we'll go with a little bit of RPO here. Do we get the lead block? Yes, we do. On the outside, but once again, nothing from the lead block. Maybe I should have cut or stayed a little bit more on the inside. Then McBride maybe would have got there. Still a gain of 5 is nothing bad. 2nd and 5. Go to a more traditional pass play here. Try to stay on the outside. They do a pretty good job of covering. Going to roll out. And we have some guys downfield to help block. Kyler Murray still in, brought down at the 8. Tried to weave through his own teammates to get down the field. Luckily, some of them actually got a block. And that'll get us all the way down inside the red zone, inside the 10 at the 8. Goes some more RPO, and we'll just hand this one off. Derek Young can't plow through the combination tackle there from, I think, a safety and linebacker. And on 2nd and goal, trying to go with a little bit of read option. We'll hand this one off. We have blockers, but still Davis makes the play. 3rd and goal. Do we trust our big on big with Cox and Davis right down the middle? We'll try it, but it's the outside that we give up. Great play there made by number 5. But we're going to go for it. 4th and goal to try to tie this game up. And they do a great job in coverage. Kyler Murray going to scramble to the outside, and he will get the corner. We'll tie this game up, barely making it to the outside. But that's what matters. Field goal or point after. We'll tie this one up. And with that touchdown, we have managed to overcome the early turnovers from Kyler. And we'll get a blitz off the edge, but not going to help us get a stop. Sanders trucks through Buda Baker and gets an extra 5 yards. Really good run from him, and they have a couple different ways they could attack us. We've seen Sanders run pretty well this year. They have several different receiving targets, Goddard being one, but drops this one, knocked out by Collins. And of course, we've seen them go to Jarvis Landry several times already today, 2 of which for touchdowns. But we know what we haven't seen? Any sort of pass rush. We have not gotten back there. The Eagles line doing a great job, and that one's intercepted, and they call us down? I don't think Collins was touched. He had a chance to roll, get up, and run that into the end zone. We'll take over at the 41. Defense definitely doing their part in this game. They've given up some points for sure, but they've had to start in some pretty poor situations. We'll dump this one off. McBride will fight forward. We'll get 9. And if you do the fun thing with stats where you take away some stats to make your point, if you take away the interceptions, Kyler Murray has only had 1 incomplete pass today, so there's something. We do get the first down with that rush from Hubbard. We'll stay out same formation. About 2 minutes left on the clock. We're going to need to try to roll out here. Nothing opening up. Toss this one away. Now, if you take away all the throwaways and the interceptions, no incompletions on the day. See what we do on this play, though. Kyler, once again, going to need to roll out. He has a lane to the outside. Could he get to... No, wow, that linebacker had tremendous speed. He's able to get all the way out there for us. Kyler out at the 11 and send us through the 2-minute warning. Try to set up the receiver screen this time, but the blocking, absolutely nothing doing. So on 2nd and 12, we'll stay empty, but change up the look a little bit. Trips to the right, twins to the left. Going to send Young in motion, and no one feel like blocking? Apparently not. So on 3rd and 15, they'll come out double A gap look. That might be good for us with McBride across the middle. They do drop out into coverage. We have Marshall in the corner, one-on-one, toe tap, easy touchdown. Could have been easier, but it will put us in front. Marshall gets one on the stat sheet, and I don't think he's had too many this year, so I'm sure he's celebrating pretty hard. We saw him do the handstand, but yeah, toe tap definitely looked good if they don't count the heels coming down after the toe tap. And they might be counting the heels. Booth review comes down. Like I said, he definitely got the toes in, but then he rolls back. So I don't know if they're going to count that as a second step or if, I don't know. We'll see. And they say touchdown stand. So Marshall does get one on the board. And we'll have the point after here. Not a great kick. Don't know what happened there. Don't know if it was slipped or if laces weren't out, but we go up by 7. So now with 1 minute, 7 seconds Can Baker Mayfield lead the similar drive than what we saw him do with his first game with the Rams? Find Jarvis Landry here, who breaks first tackle and then gets the legs chopped out from under him. So with now exactly a minute left, 2 timeouts, they're at the 38. Defense, you just need to hold them out of the end zone for a minute. And that's a great way to do it. Another interception. Budda Baker, second of the day for him, and I think third for the team. So with 56 seconds, we could push our luck, try to get into the end zone, or we could be safe and try to get down the field for a field goal. Hubbard will get us into about field goal range. We'll try to take some time off the clock here. Go with the jet sweep once again to Young. Maybe we can get a little bit better blocking, and he tried to hit the wide open gap, but ends up not really going anywhere. We'll let the clock drain down, and we'll kick the field goal. So with 2 seconds left, we have a 48-yard field goal to take a 10-point advantage into halftime, and that one is up and looking beautiful right down the middle. So we will head into half with that 10-point advantage. Really coming back from an early 14-point disadvantage after 2 interceptions, or was it 2 interceptions? Yeah, 2 interceptions early in the game, setting up the Eagles in really good territory. We've allowed only 7 rushing yards on defense, 63 passing yards, so 70 overall. Defense playing pretty well. We just need to make sure we continue that throughout. Now let's take a quick look here to find our division rivals. I don't see the 49ers on here, and I think they were the closest next up behind us. The Seahawks, I think towards the bottom of our division, they lost again 35-21 to the Cowboys, and the Rams lost 34-28 to the Colts. And I was wrong, it wasn't the 49ers that are behind us, it's the Rams that are behind us. So either way, they all lost, so we're looking good. If we could pull out a win today, we'd move just even closer to clinching our division. And obviously, you win your division, you're in the postseason, whether there's other teams that are much better than you or not. Division win puts us in. We're in the 2nd seed currently, so we'll see how that goes, and you honestly possibly could have called a little DPI there. Oliver tried to square up on the pass and instead ends up bumping the receiver a little bit, but didn't end up costing us, so that's good. We haven't seen much from A.J. Brown today, so hopefully we can continue that, but we've seen pretty good play from all the other receivers, including that first down by Fuller. But I'll definitely say the number 1 targets, or I could say the top 2 targets, have been Goddard and Jarvis Landry. And we're going to miss that tackle on Sanders, and he's clear into the plus territory. Budda Baker brings him down at the 43. And if you take away the 3 interceptions that Baker's thrown today, he's only had 2 incomplete passes. So if we do it one way, got to do it the other. I'll go with a pass to the outside. Backup running back checks in, and he gets a decent gain of 8. I think it said it was Akins. Yeah, Adkins. My bad. Maybe I should read better. They're going to send the receiver in motion, fake the jet sweep, handoff down the middle. Nice spin move, but it's not going to get anything from it. Wharton brings him down. And as I mentioned last episode, we really haven't seen much from Wharton. And maybe if Kingsley Keke wasn't currently injured, we would bring Kingsley out there to see how he could do, because he played pretty well for us last year. But Fuller with another first down till the 11. And this is probably one of the best kind of looks they have had in a while since one of those early turnovers. See if they could capitalize on it. Sanders down the middle. We'll get forward for a gain of 3. 2nd and 7 will bring out a bunch to the left-hand side. 1 lone receiver to the right is Jarvis Landry, where they've gone quite often down here, and they go there once again. His 3rd touchdown on the day. Trifecta, hat trick, whatever you want to say it, he's got it. And now we could really use another touchdown drive here from our offense. At least end this drive with some amount of plus points as we try to get Hubbard? It's not even, I guess it's close. Hubbard to the outside, be a gain of 3. I talked about earlier, if we're going to get this run game going, it's going to need to be towards the outside. So we're going to try a little bit in this second half. Be a couple stretches, couple tosses maybe. See what ends up working best. And on 3rd and 2, Tyler Huntley comes out. Would imagine it will be a run in this situation, and indeed it is. Huntley will barely get away from Davis and will slide down. Maybe this is a new way that they're going to try to manage the stamina of Kyler Murray. Definitely still no quarterback controversy, but if we have another guy that can come out and run it a little bit, he'll come out and run it a little bit. We'll find Young out of the backfield on a quick angle route, another first down. That'll get us into plus territory at the 47. The Cardinals will come out here trying to set up the screen to the running back. Read very well, and we'll throw that one away. So on 2nd and 10, how do we get a little bit of yardage here? We'll send more in motion. Have a couple lead blocks. We utilize them, and a flag comes down. I don't think I saw a face mask. So the only other possibility was holding, this time on Trey McBride. So on 2nd and 18, we need some yards. Let's go empty set here. Wanted to go with the receiver screen, but they had man up, so it wasn't going to be a great choice. We'll get what we can on 2nd and long. We'll bring up 3rd and long. 3rd and 13. Marshall towards the outside would be nice. McBride on kind of a corner route. It's interesting play design. We'll favor that right-hand side, and pressure forces a bad pass, but that honestly probably helped us out. But we'll still have to punt. And following a pretty decent punt from Jake Bailey, bounced back a little too much, but Eagles will be starting at the 15. We're going to send Goddard in motion, but not very much. We fill the hole quickly, but he picks up the block, and Sanders has an easy first down up to the 32. Right now, this game is shaping up to be, yet again, another close game here for the Cardinals. We'll go with a stretch, and over-pursued there with Collins. Sanders will get forward for a gain of 6 because of it. So on 2nd and 4, do they go back to Sanders, or do they go with the first pass of this drive? Go with play action. Have a couple guys deep, only one guy underneath. We whiff on the first tackle. Collins will bring down Goddard finally at about midfield. But he just manages to cross. So in plus territory once again for the Eagles. They'll go with a stretch to the weak side. Simmons, good tackle, chops out the legs from Sanders. And that will end our 3rd quarter. We'll start the 4th. Once again, close game, 24-21. They'll start 2nd and 10, 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Under center will be another run, and we are there. Once again, chopping out the legs is Simmons. So on 3rd and 12, they go empty set, trips to the right, twins to the left, including a running back. Do they go Jarvis Landry? That's where we've seen him go a couple times. No, they go with a running back, and he is shy, 3 yards shy. Do they go for it? They line up as if they're kicking the field goal from about the 49 to make it a 59-yarder. We expect a fake. They don't. And he barely misses it, coming up just shy. So if we want to put this game away, we're going to need a touchdown because they could tie it up from distance. And in between drives, we saw Kyler Murray head over to the blue tent. So hopefully nothing too dramatic here. We'll go with a run down the middle on the RPO swing pass option. Tyler Huntley can very well run this offense. So we'll see if we get any quick update or if Kyler is able to come back out onto the field. But for now, Huntley is out there. We'll go with a swing pass this time. Brown will block enough, and that'll be close to the first down, a yard shy. So on 2nd and 1, the heavy full house set is out there. Null at running back will barely squeak that one out. Honestly, wasn't much past the line to gain, but gets the job done. Tyler Huntley with the read option, has some space. Good block from Brown. Huntley tries to juke, and he gets by him for the touchdown. Could that be the nail in the coffin? Backup quarterback comes in with a great juke on the safety, I believe it was. And that is a 10-point lead, 5 minutes left. Just right down the sideline, and whoop, right. And we've seen Tart make some great tackles, but not there. So going back to the start of this episode, we said defense has to come ready to play today. Can they get the stop, keep this game from getting close as the Eagles pass to an offensive alignment? I think it's a Driscoll. I'll get the catch. Gain of 4. No Penei Sewell, though. Unfortunately, that happened. It's 2nd and 6. No offensive lineman out on a route. Instead, they will find Jarvis Landry with the first. He's been huge for them today. Has every single point minus the extra points. And unfortunately, we have, for the most part, our best corner on him most of the time. And it hasn't gone in our favor yet. Baker scrambling, and why did Collins leave Sanders? Easy first down catch. I got to give credit to Baker. He's bounced back from his early turnovers. He actually put together a really good second half up to this point. Send the blitz in his face, and that ball won't get there. But what that does tell us is that when he is facing pressure, he's going to Jarvis Landry. So we have to be able to force a mistake when he does that because we know what's coming. Still stay empty set here. Another audible. They're just tiring out their receivers prior to the snap even happening. It will no longer be an empty set. They bring Sanders into the backfield, and that's where they go on the screen. And Collins will keep him shy of the first. 3rd and inches. 4th down territory, so 2 more plays. This defense could get the stop. Get a forced turnover on downs. Gardick off the edge. Will maybe get a hand on that pass, forcing the incompletion. And once again, they trot out the field goal team. Okay. They'll go with an actual field goal attempt, this time about a yard closer. And off the middle column of the field post. I'll take it. Missed opportunity. They try to bring it back to a 1-score game and just came up shy again. And for a quick update on Kyler, doesn't seem to be anything big that will carry on through past this game, but they don't expect him to be coming back out. They have the lead with about 3 minutes. Might be the smart choice. So expect to see them running out the clock as much as possible, and Tyler Huntley will help try to preserve the lead and maybe even grow it like we saw him do on his last read option. Can he get the corner? No. Nice tackle there from 28 Harris, but a good run from Huntley. And also have to give props to the O-line. They've stepped up later in this game with Cox and Davis not being as disruptive. And all getting a pretty good amount of carries, but only 7 yards on 5 of those. But we now sit 2 minutes left in this game. Both teams have all 3 timeouts. It's not over, but we sure would like it to be. Go this quick pass to the outside. Young stretches for it. And that first down is big for us. Timeout starting to be called by the Eagles. Just need to keep this clock rolling when we can. 2 timeouts left for the Eagles. Try to set up the screen to the running back on the outside. Has the first down. Jukes. Will get us down to about the 1. But it doesn't look like the Cardinals are trying to stack on any more points. They want to just go ahead and end this one. They'll take one more knee, or take a knee, calling the last timeout for the Eagles. So now with 2 more kneel downs possible, they'll at least drain off most of the clock. And after taking all their knees, plus delay a game to back up a little bit, make the field goal a little bit easier, it will put this game away. A 2-score advantage late in this game. Or I guess we already had the 2-score advantage, but no longer would a field goal help out the Philadelphia Eagles. The Cardinals will walk away victorious. And in the Battle of the Birds, we fought our way back. The Eagles had us early on with the 2 interceptions that were quickly capitalized on. We were down 14-0. Jarvis Landry, a huge part of their day, had 3 touchdowns for him, but by the end of it, we're able to capitalize off of our own forced turnovers. Kyler Murray had a pretty good game. We technically lost the passing battle, but only by 2 yards. We greatly outdid them in the rushing department, and Tyler Huntley did a great job coming in there at the end to help seal the victory. That run, that juke at the end too, that was really nice. And that was a great way to bounce back. You know, starting early on, we were trying to get Kyler's, try to get his confidence up with some easy passes, and throwing 2 interceptions early on that are quickly turned into touchdowns definitely isn't going to help out. But he bounced back and helped us retake the lead, or helped us retie the game and then take the lead. Now, he did have some shoulder soreness, so late in the game, we had a decent lead. We're trying to chew the clock off. Just thought, it'd be better. Keep him out. Better way to avoid any possible fumbles or taking a hit and that becoming a bigger problem. So we've talked about the durability and stamina with Kyler not being great. Luckily, Tyler Huntley, he can make up for it. That run, I expected maybe, like a short run, get the first down, slide down, but he wasn't. He wanted much more. He was hungry for it, and he delivered. Helped seal the victory for us. Next week's episode, we'll go back to division games. It'll be the bottom part of our division, playing against the Seahawks, who are currently 4-8, and then the 49ers, who are 5-7. The Rams, they're now dropping 3 games below us, and we have 5 games left. So if we could get, I would say, like a victory, and then they lose, that pretty much seals it. So 1 win for us and 1 loss for the Rams. That seals us into the playoffs. We would have clinched at that point, winning our division. We could try to fight to get to the top of our division. I want to say the Cowboys are not the division conference. I want to say the Cowboys are at the top currently by 1 game. So, do we push this team to try to get that first round bye, to try to get by the Cowboys? Or do we just sit steady, let our guys recover, let Kyler recover, for another push at a Super Bowl? We won last year. Could we make it back to back? That is currently where this season sits. Really well for us. Like I said, 1 victory for us and 1 loss for the Rams, and we're good. Or 2 victories and we're pretty much good. So either way, we're looking good for the playoffs. We really just need Kyler to stay healthy and for us to not have any more blowout losses like we've seen. Close games are fine. At the end of the day, they're victories. We were able to get a pretty solid win here today by a margin of 13, which I don't feel like we've done in quite a while. So that's a good victory for us today. Until next time, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you later. Bye.
How it's supposed to feel.